Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Saglitch, aka Sag. I'm here with my partner, Mr. Lokito94. What's up,
What's
Lokito?
up?
All
What's
right,
up? Week of E3. Time to go in.
E3. That's right. And guys, we're actually going to break this apart. We're going to do separate entities for PlayStation and Xbox, and this is actually going to be our PlayStation edition of E3. And what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of breakdown real quick. We are going to do a list of what we saw in the trailers. We're going to talk about the list. We're going to do our top 3 of what we thought failed in the press conference and the top 5 of what we liked and what we wanted. And
basically, what made us happy, what made us sad.
exactly, yeah. And you guys, I want you guys to become more interactive. I want you to see your opinions in the comments below. What you thought, you liked, whatever. I just want you guys to be as interactive as possible. It's so awesome to get to base it off of what you guys write, and we want to see exactly what you guys want as well. This is just a matter of opinions, and so just keep in mind we might not agree, but that doesn't mean that we don't want to hear what you guys want.
It's a beautiful thing about being human.
Yeah, and the internet allows you to reach out more than what you normally would. So, with that being
said, yeah, let's go.
All right, with that being said, I'm gonna run down, just list the different games that we saw on the press conference, and these actually are in order, just because this is how I like to write down and get my notes about everything. And so we'll be talking about these games each individually, but we'll be talking about them in different spots. So if you guys will bear with us. First up, the what?
I'm about to say, what do we have first?
All right. First up, we got The Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
Yeah. Next up, we got Horizon Zero Dawn. Third, we had Hitman. Fourth, we had Street Fighter V. Fifth, we had No Man's Sky. Next up is Dreams. Firewatch. Destiny, The Taken King. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Shenmue 3. Batman Arkham Knight. Project Morpheus. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Star Wars Battlefront. And Uncharted 4. And that's just to wrap up the main, what they took a look into. There were glimpses and little tiny like snippets of other games, but these are the main things that they actually showed us. So I guess...
So what was number 1 again, Zach?
Number 1 was The Last Guardian.
So The Last Guardian. So what were your first impression when you saw that, Zach?
Be honest with you, it was kind of like, I saw in the crowd that was something to get excited about, but what I knew just from the start, I knew it was a Shadow of Colossus sequel. I know that game was big on the PlayStation, or was it? Yeah, it was PlayStation. But my thing was, I never played it, and the game looked amazing, but it's not something that I was big into.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, that's huge. It's almost like it could be like a Disney movie, But I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I know it's pretty big. People just, lost their minds when it was mentioned. I guess it was a bit they put it first. But, the gameplay-wise, a little slow pace for me. But, yeah, basically, if you're new to the game, never heard of it before, you might feel the same way. Like, they really do anything for me. Like, did you feel that way at all?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, like, the crowd. I understand that it's a big title. I've heard of it before. It's just the fact is that I haven't played it, so I wasn't too into it.
And I play a lot of games, so...
All right.
Number two,
Well, we're gonna skip down to Hitman because we'll cover number 2 later on in the show.
Hitman. Let's see. Last time I played Hitman, I was in the third grade, I think. I think it was Hitman 2.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess huge franchise, but I really couldn't get into it. But the cinematic trailer, or I should say the CGI trailer, looked pretty amazing. I think I might have me sold. What about you, Zach?
I mean, the trailer itself, like you said, it looked great. For me, though, what I have wrote down, it was kind of scattered. Like, I, I mean, I kind of got the gist of it. I understand the series. Like, I played I played 2, and that was basically where I left it at. But
Yeah.
I get the series. I get like why it could be good. It's just to me, I would like something a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more action packed. Like I know the game is based off of stealth, and you just trying to get the job done. But fact is, for me, like I'm a little bit more action based, and the fact is that they could have gone so many different directions with this.
Yeah.
But um, 2 things to add to that: it is an console exclusive beta, so PlayStation 4 users will be the only ones to play the beta.
Woo!
And
We get
also,
Hitman, y'all.
yeah, and also there's going to be 6 unique contracts specifically for PlayStation users. So,
Yeah.
I mean, these exclusives, I can see what they're doing, why they're doing it, but yeah, I mean, the Hitman's from what I can see is still a good, pretty good series. So
Square what's next up on the list?
we got Street Fighter Five.
Street Fighter 5. When the last time you played Street Fighter, Zach?
I mean, I played. Oh man, I think I played 3, but to be honest with you, most of my experience with Street Fighter comes from Street Fighter 2, and that to me was the greatest Street Fighter of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Me, I've always been, Street Fighter. I think it was Street Fighter versus Street Fighter, yeah, versus Capcom, or was it Capcom versus Marvel? I'm not sure, but yeah, it was basically Street Fighter based, and yeah, having superheroes versus my, favorite Capcom heroes, just brought such joy to me. So, Street Fighter 5, I love fighting games. We both play Mortal Kombat, right?
True. True.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Street Fighter 5, from what I saw, yeah, the game looks heavy. Like, it looks better every time they're going to release one. How do you think it looks, Zach?
I like what they're going with. Like, they're not dissipating from it's almost cartoony with how it looks at times, but I don't find that as a bad thing.
Yeah, that's their style.
Like they're not trying to make it realistic. They know what they're doing, and thing is, Street Fighter 4, they still have like huge competitions. If you guys ever turn over the Twitch, it seems to me like at any time Street Fighter 4 is still playing like some kind of tournaments. So
Yeah, it's a lot of Twitch streamers. Yeah, I know a Twitch streamer. I think his name is True Talent. Yeah, he plays all the fighting games. Yeah, I think he still streams it to this day. Street Fighter 4. So what do we have next on the list?
we're gonna skip down to Dreams.
Dreams. Okay, what do we think of? When they showed us to it, I couldn't really think much of it. Maybe if I was dreaming, I probably still couldn't explain it.
Yeah.
But it looks like I don't know, something you could show off with family or friends come over. Like, what do you think, Zach?
Well, it's by Media Molecule. It's a PS4 exclusive, and it's about the concept bases around lucid dreaming, which lucid dreaming is basically where you're in a dream and you can control it. Like, um, if you ever feel yourself, you're like you're all of a sudden in a dream, and you're like, wait a second, am I dreaming right now? And you come to the conclusion that you're in that dream, but yet you're still in it. And if you guys have ever experienced it, it's a very weird sensation, but it's a really awesome feeling.
Yeah, that's what they were going after. What else? I think you can like customize your own dream.
You can you can customize your own dream. You can.
I think you can share it with others
you
too.
can. You can share. You can upload the dream and have other people's perspectives on it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Basically, like you were saying, you can share it with family, friends, and I like the idea. But what I also wrote down, I'm sitting there thinking about it, and just think about all the people that like do drugs, or like just imagine the kind of like acid trip that you could be on while watching this.
Wow, that's dark.
Yeah, I know it's horrible, but like I was sitting there watching and like all the different stuff, I'm like, wow. I don't do drugs or anything like that, but I was like, I feel like I'm having a trip right now.
Yeah, me, I just have a eye for art, so I guess there's a lot of emotion going on in me, but yeah, to me it's kind of like I guess a good hat trick game where show off to a company or stuff like that.
Yeah, you could definitely let your artistic boundaries like expand, and so I do like the ability to take it wherever you want it and to just add anything, but it's a little different for me. I'm not too artistic, so it could be one of those things that wouldn't catch my eye at first, but I do like it.
Okay, all right. So, what do we have up next?
Firewatch.
Firewatch. So, what is Firewatch? What's it all about?
Okay, well, basically, it's by Campo Santo. You are a forest ranger of sorts who is isolated in the wilderness, like in the forest, and you have your own tower to, be your post is on your tower, and you're exploring the area. And the only form of communication you have with another player is the woman on the other walkie-talkie. So it's basically another ranger or whatever you want to call them on the other side communicating with this person. And for a little, it's kind of like you're just kind of exploring, getting your wits about you. And then all of a sudden, this kind of like mystery aspect towards it happens. And it was a somewhat short trailer, but what happens was the person on the walkie tells you that there's 2 missing girls and that you have to help find them. And then he's walking around trying to look for the girls, and the person on the walkie's like, "Hey, I thought you were exploring the area." And the guy's like, "I am." And then next thing you know, it says, "Well, who's that in your tower right now?" And it pans to the tower, and then it just cuts out. So this is what I wrote down for it as far as like this is the game that most intrigues me. Only
Go ahead.
Only because the fact that I don't know enough. I don't know if it's going to be a horror-based game. I don't know if what kind of game it's going to be, and I want to know more about it. So that's why I put down it intrigues me the most, because it actually caught my attention to where it makes me want to see more and more. So,
all right. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
So, what do we have next?
Destiny, the Taken King.
Yes, Destiny, the Taken King. So, yeah, Destiny is one of those games that came out last year that you end up loving and hating at the same time. I have put hundreds of hours into it. Right now, I'm currently at level 32. I have not played the House of Wolf expansion, but seeing the Taken by King, expansion, I think I might get back into it. You not really that into Destiny, are you, Zach?
I haven't played it. Yeah, It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, I could see, like, I watch videos on it on YouTube all the time, and I can understand why people get into it. It's just, it wasn't a game for me. It is put out by Bungie. It's basically a tale of a enemy whose son you slayed. One thing about this is it will offer some things. There's going to be new supers.
Oh yeah, that's what caught my eye. I'm like, ooh, variety.
Yep. There's going to be, of course, new gear. There's going to be a co-op strike and one multiplayer map.
Yes. So we have what? Powerful new abilities, new campaign, new activities and rewards. I hope. They're not messing with me. Let's see, orcs. I don't know, but they might have a new raid with orcs. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. They might have a raid with taking out orcs. The father of what's his name? Oh, his name was in my head. But anyway, yes. It actually looks good. I might actually get back into Destiny this fall. You never know. What do we have up next, Zach?
It's one of your favorites. We got Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
One of our favorites.
One of your favorites. One of your favorites.
Assassin's Creed, the annual game. How long this game is coming out annually? It's been a while. This year around it takes place in the year 1868. Got an assassin, Jacob Fry, and from what I saw, it's pretty cool. They got these new gadgets where I don't know if you ever played Batman, but he got this grapnel boost where he can shoot it up for buildings, so he can get up buildings faster and travel around faster as well. That looks pretty cool, and you can drive new. I want to say drive, but yeah. What are they called, Zach? I'm a little tongue tied here. Horse.
You can control the horse carriages?
Yes, the horse carriages. Yes, there will be horse carriages, and that's the first time. Well, in Assassin's Creed 2, you could drive horse carriages, but not on a regular, as this game is presenting. And what else is new? Ubisoft is claiming that this is the most brutal combat system ever, and from what I saw, it's pretty brutal. But which you saw the trailer and gameplay, right, Zach? What you think?
I did. They're making a big emphasis on the female character, which a lot of these games like this do not have a female protagonist in them. And so,
Evie Fry.
Yeah, Evie. And she, from what I can see, is someone you do not want to upset.
The trailer, yeah. What happened in the trailer? She had a trailer of her own.
Yeah, she had. It showed the different weapons she has. She has a cane. She has I want to say some kind of dagger of sorts. Like you were saying, the grappling hooks are pretty nasty with her.
Some throwing knives.
Yeah. I like it because I'm a history major. I do like that it's set in Victorian England, and that what I saw actually relates to everything I've been taught about the wardrobe of the era, and also the it's kind of like the ending part of the industrial age when they started getting everything in the gear.
Yeah, that's what it seems like too. The trains, like when we first started, getting the railroad tracks laid down, and yeah.
So I do like that, and also what I like is that on PS4, it's a PS4 exclusive for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's called The Dreadful Crimes, and it's a DLC, and basically it's the 6 biggest crimes or 6 most notorious crimes in London, England during the time. It was, of course, we know now who's known as Jack the Ripper, and I'd like to see their take on this because it's Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. What about Jack the Ripper? Who is Jack the Ripper?
Jack the Ripper was never caught. He was basically they think the suspect was a doctor or had some sort of um, doctoral teachings. He was a person that went out late evenings in London, and he murdered 6 different women. They were all prostitutes, but it's just one of those where he was never caught, and it's the way what he left and the brutality of the killings are what makes him so infamous.
So he's a serial killer.
Yes, but he's the thing. Like I said, I want to see their take on him because there's so much speculation of who he really was, and
Like in a game, he could have been a Templar in a game.
the what?
Like he could the Templar, basically the assassins, Creed's enemy. Like he could have been, killing off assassins.
Yeah.
That explains the serial killing.
It could be,
Yeah,
or it could be just one of those where he might have killed one of Evie's friends, and she's going after him, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
There's like I said, there's a lot of speculation here.
Is it something that you might get this fall?
To be honest with you, no. I haven't been an Assassin's Creed person. I just haven't gotten to these stories.
Well, you don't have to follow the storylines. Like every game they release now is kind of different. Kind of like Call of Duty. You don't have to actually have to play all of them.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. I mean, if like I said, I like to watch a little bit of the gameplay first before I actually do it. But who knows? If it's good enough, I might actually have to take a stab at it. At least go to like GameFly or something and rent it for a little. So
we're gonna make Sag an assassin. Okay, Sag, what do we have next?
All right, one of the biggest things that I saw and people were losing their minds over this is a Final Fantasy VII remake. And
yes, what is so special about Final Fantasy VII? I know some of you guys are thinking, what do you mean?
yeah, they're ready to jump through the screen and hurt us right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
I mean,
make a light out of me.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not big in the Final Fantasies. Like, I understand as a gamer aspect, it's one of the games that slowly changed gaming history. But for me, it's just not one of those that I got into. Last Final Fantasy I played was a demo on the PlayStation 1. It's just not my thing.
I played 12. I think I played 12 a couple years ago. Not really for me. It was kind of more, I guess this is a strategic game, and I'm not really big on that. But I gotta say, the CGI trailer looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, it really did. But I mean, for you guys that have played Final Fantasy, we do apologize. We wish we could offer a little bit more. I will say that I know as far as like based in the whole Final Fantasy, it's the top rated Final Fantasy that was put out. So that's the reason why they're putting so much emphasis on this remake. Yeah.
So, what is next on the list?
We got. I'm just going to talk about this for a second. It's Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah, I heard Sony is investing for development.
Yes. The creator came out, and basically it was the trailer included him halfway talking through the entire flashbacks of Shenmue and Shenmue 2. Basically, people were saying that the story was left incomplete and that they want the third one. They're begging for it. They put out multiple thousands and thousands of signatures to get this Shenmue 3 started in production.
And here we are.
Yeah, and the thing is, what they're saying that this will cost around $30 million to finance.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but the thing is, the creators are not really they're not really wanting to put the finance up. So basically, they left it up to the consumers, saying that, hey, we're going to put this on Kickstarter, and if you guys can come up with $30 million, we'll begin production. And
Ooh.
yeah, as of right now, I think it's the first. I want to say the second day on Kickstarter, but I think I'm gonna conservatively say the first week of Kickstarter. It already has $2.5 million just based off of last night. So it.
They might get somewhere.
Yeah,
They
I
might do it. They
mean
just might do it.
the first week for $2.5 million, that's really good.
I know.
So
Mortgages.
yeah, all right. And
But are we ready to move on to the next topic?
yep, and this is going to be the last before we go into the top threes. We're going to talk a little bit about Project Morpheus.
Morpheus. Let's see. I guess I'm really forthcoming. I mean, they want it to be like a social experience, from what I heard. Like, I didn't really get much out of it. Like, what did you get out of it, Zach?
Well, other than the Spotify, they were talking big about the Spotify and the media player for the PlayStation. This is the tech aspect of the PlayStation. Project Morpheus is virtual reality set specifically for the PlayStation 4, meaning that because it is set for the PlayStation 4, the companies that are going to be creating games for it don't have to have the wide variety or the wide aspect and spectrum of having to meet certain criterias for the computers or whatever. It just has to meet the perspective of the PlayStation. And so this allows for more intricate like focus on the games and the different things. Basically what I saw was and I could be wrong about this, but I'm almost positive I understood it correctly. It's 4-person compatible. Yeah, playability friends can connect via Morpheus, or if it's on the same TV and you're wanting to play with other players and you only have one, the players can take a controller and split screen it with what you see. So basically,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to be on a headset to play this kind of things. And they showed rigs, which is their version of the esports stuff. Basically, it's like a early access of a shooter game, and it's going to be they're wanting to produce it towards the esports community, which they could play as a tournament style competitions. But yeah, I do. It was interesting to see. There wasn't much on it because it's in the early stage of development.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But I do like what they're trying to do with it.
Oh, also heard there's a rumor saying it's going to cost about $400.
Yes, it will.
Wow. But yeah. I mean, if you're a gamer, that shouldn't be a problem. But what is next on our list on our top 5?
All right, top 5. We're gonna go with. I'll let you start off with the top 5 games or whatever we saw.
Okay. Okay. For first one, No Man's Sky. Or should I say number 5? Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. Our number 5 was No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. Let's see. I read an article, and his words exactly were, it's big and ambitious, but you still can't comprehend it. What are we supposed to do in this game? I mean, I get that we're supposed to explore and create our own planets, but yeah, like, what's your take on it, Sag? Like, what you think of it?
Okay, well, first off, there's still no release date for this thing. That was first.
Yes, when is this coming out?
This first shown last year. This from Hello Games, and the quote from the developers that they wanted to put is, most of these places have never been visited, and many of them will never be. Meaning that it is such a huge world, huge galactical environment that you can play this game forever and still not like have every aspect of it. And the planets are all interactive environments, meaning they're destructible. If you find like if you find animals on it, you can put down. It's for exploring and trading mostly. Beacons will allow you to save any of your discoveries that you have made.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
And and
And let's go.
to be environmentally friendly, if you start shooting up a planet, there's going to be like robots coming out to stop you.
Sentinels.
Yes.
I have a theory. I think No Man's Sky is being developed for the VR headset.
Ooh.
Like, because
Yeah.
from what I saw, we're always from a third-person view, and I'm thinking, like, okay, this game could work with the VR headset, like flying and exploring the planets. That's probably what they're doing with it. If I had to say so.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I actually that's something I didn't really think of, but
No.
you could be right on that. And it
Yeah.
could be one reason why they haven't given a release date since the Morpheus just came out and was announced. So
Well, there you have it, people. No Man's Sky will be from Morpheus. You want the red pill or black pill? But what do we have next? Okay, The Last Guardian. Well, even though the gameplay didn't wow me, you know, seeing others with that much love, having that much love for it, makes me want to play it for myself. I mean, come on. I don't know what to call that thing, but yeah. Like, it might be good. Who knows? Because I played a lot of things that surprised me. What about you, Sag? Will you give it a go?
I mean, there's a reason why people were cheering so loud for it. So it was visually stunning. So I might, again, the chicken dog Pegasus thing might have to be played with. I don't know, but
I don't know how that's going to work. But, yeah. A great companion, I guess. Kind of like, well, I guess our big old Riley.
yeah,
Yeah.
get
You don't
old
get that,
Riley.
if you don't get that reference, you probably didn't play Call of Duty Ghosts. But what is third on our list, Shag?
We are going to go with Horizon Zero Dawn, a new title.
Oh my god! So I guess the makers that made Killzone.
Yep, Guerrilla Games.
Yes. So Sag, this game is like, well, we have to look at the concept. Cavemen in a modern time facing against robotic dinosaurs.
Yeah, basically, what it showed is it showed this girl going through a cave, showing almost like caveman drawings of skyscrapers and all this going, just falling, and it's basically like our modern day world collapsed.
Yeah, a modern day in a what's the word? Well, back in well, anyway, well, yeah. What was the caveman scratches you were talking about? So, I guess they showed that there was once a world, but you know they don't know what happened to this world because it turns out it like happened a very long time ago, and they don't know how the robotic dinosaur age came to be. So, yeah. Did you see any gameplay?
Yeah, I did actually. It's well, I wouldn't really call it gameplay. It's more like it was a trailer for the most part. There was like maybe a minute of the person fighting a equivalent of a mechanical T-Rex.
The person.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The person is a female protagonist. We are seeing a lot of those. Yeah, we saw a lot of those at E3 this year.
And I guess they're listening to the aspect where they're saying that there's not enough female protagonists. So they're starting to kind of, you know, base their switch off of this. And the fact is that even with this female, I don't see any problem with playing as a female no matter what. But she actually seems to fit a female athlete. She's more agile. She's more able to get away from things, like fit in smaller spaces, and just use her athleticism to her ability.
Yeah, she's agile, and I think her primary weapon is a bow and arrow.
Yes.
I love when developers put bow and arrows in games. You gotta do it right. You gotta give the bow and arrow justice. Like if you just what was the game called? Shadow of Mordor. I really didn't like the bow and arrow mechanic in that game. It was kind of felt a little off. But this, it looks pretty, legit. That's what I'm looking forward to. Is using a bow and arrow and fighting robotic dinosaurs. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that idea, I don't want to meet you today.
I mean, it's kind of like almost like the Terminator, but instead of them being like human robots, it's dinosaur robots.
Yeah, it's like they saw an episode of Transformers. Like, yo, what if we put that with cavemen? Dude.
It's like the developers like, yo, I just got the greatest idea. I just watched Transformers and Land of the Lost. We're gonna put them together.
That sounds amazing. But what's up next on the list?
Right. Sorry. Probably the biggest game being sold this year, possibly.
Years.
Yeah, it's the annual Call of Duty, but with this one, it is made by Treyarch and Activision.
Yeah. Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I've already pre-ordered it, guys. So.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Moneybags over here.
Hey, I know. But there's going to be a beta. Actually,
what's the main thing?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's talk about the main transition here.
Yes.
And if you guys haven't realized it yet, Call of Duty and Treyarch have switched over to the main early access for the PlayStation 4. And in the years previous, it was all to Microsoft. Microsoft paid more money.
Yeah, they got whenever DLC came out, Xbox users received the DLC a month before PlayStation users. I never really saw the point. I don't know if they thought that was a good strategic way of me buying an Xbox, because that's a very poor strategy right there, but yeah.
In all honesty, I think it's just who paid more money. And the thing is, it's finally our turn. It's our turn to kick it in your guys' face. So
it feels better. The DualShock 4 feels better when I'm playing Call of Duty. So just saying.
There's going to be a co-op campaign up to 4 people playing. Customizable loadouts from your headquarters. And the thing is, with the headquarters system, you can customize your own bunk, your own little area to fit your personality how you want it. The multiplayer, there was the multiplayer trailer released. And speaking of bow and arrows, our new crossbow system is actually going to be a bow and arrow.
Straight up bow and arrow. When I saw that, I'm like, he quick. Well, I would say quick scope, but he quick shot at him, I guess, or a couple people. The girl.
Yeah,
you guys see the trailer in a bit, hopefully. But yeah, that was amazing.
Whoever was playing must have been a pro, because he was like snapping people in half in 2 seconds. So, also the beta is coming out in August. So if you guys have pre-ordered.
First for PlayStation.
Yeah, first for PlayStation. But if you guys have pre-ordered, make sure you sign up for the beta. Last but not least. What?
Or simply pre-order a game.
Or, yeah. But last but not least, I'll let this one be taken by Lokito. What's number 1 on the list there, bud?
We have Uncharted 4. So, at the end of the PlayStation conference, they unraveled Uncharted 4. This game is cool. Like, yeah, no VR headset needed. This game, it's crazy. First, we were in the crowd of people trying to run away from this truck shooting a machine gun at you, and somehow we end up in a 4x4, and then at the end we end up trying to chase someone on the bridge, and I guess Nathan has his he also has a new grapnel hook they uses. Well, this was towards the end of the trailer or gameplay demo, but yeah, the demo was nice. The graphics were nice. The way the water shine from the sun, little stuff like that. Yeah, the mechanics, you know, yeah, they are similar to The Last of Us, or is The Last of Us similar to Uncharted? Yeah, I'm impressed. I definitely will buy whatever collector's edition is released if I can, you know, get my hands on it. That is. But did you see the demo at all, Zach?
I did, and what I was telling you earlier was basically I liked what I saw. Almost to the fact that when Naughty Dog releases the collection pack for the PlayStation 4, I probably will be buying that. But I do like it. I did like what I saw. It was really awesome, really smooth. And the fact is that the transition between the different little areas and how action-packed it kept you without seeming to be, I guess, what's the word? Where it's just over and over again. Repetitive? So instead of being repetitive, it gives you different little things to do within the little action sequences.
And you're thinking about, yeah, there's a collector's edition coming out, and you said you were, not a collector's edition, but a remastered edition of the trilogy.
I will look into getting it if I have the money for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So what, do we have our top fails of the PlayStation conference?
We'll just go with 2 real quick. My biggest thing was Until Dawn. It was not shown at all. Well, okay, it was shown for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's it.
And nothing more. And it really upset me. What I've seen, what I've heard, what I've read about this thing is this game's going to be amazing. It's made by the same company that made Hard Rain.
Oh, is it?
Reloading. Give me covering fire.
I think it's made by different studios.
Oh, well, okay. It's made...
I mean, it does look good, like
yeah.
Heavy Rain, but I don't think it is developed by...
But my favorite thing about it is the aspect that even main characters can be killed off depending on your decision.
That's
so
scary.
It's one of those aspects to where, yeah, it's a horror game, and once you find it will go towards the end story, but even more so, the fact that big characters can be killed depending on what you do.
It can go either way. I was really expecting some, like another demo, but
we got nothing.
That means that's a sign. They may delay the game.
No, don't you say that.
I'm sorry, but it showed no tech demo.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that could be a sign. Unless they want to show more at Gamescom, then yeah, or PAX, then yeah, that's a sign.
All right. Number 1 for you. Biggest fail.
I wouldn't call it a fail, but I am a little disappointed by it. Okay. So we have the Batman Scarecrow packs. I mean, it looks crazy. I guess I see why it's rated immature, because, you know, shooting a zombified monster in the head, you know, but I thought I was going to see some more Batman before the release, but But yeah, that was just my little disappointment. I'll probably end up liking it, you know, me being a Bat fan that I am. So.
Did you see the white PlayStation 4 edition of the Batman?
The white or silver?
It could be silver. No, it's white. It's white, and it's got the silver Batman on it, like the Bat logo, the Bat head with the cape.
I think it's silver.
Is it?
Yeah, it's silver.
Okay, well.
Batman don't wear white.
Well, I know that. I did like that there's going to be the old school TV series Batman and Batmobile skins. and also there's going to be a Justice League 3000 Batman skin.
Yeah, I read the Justice League 3000. Well, I read issue 1, and the series really didn't grab me. And believe it or not, the series actually ended. But the outfit is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So
is that all for us, or what do we have left?
I think that's going to be it. Honestly,
Yeah, we took a lot of your time, guys, but you love us anyway, right?
yeah. It's E3. So guys.
But, what do we have before we go?
Enemy taking Alpha.
Oh, I think we covered everything.
Yeah. Got the top 2 fills for us, the top 5 things we liked. We ran down the list.
So without further ado, take us out here, Shaq.
All right. With that being said, guys, we did run a little bit over, but hey, E3 is exciting times. Regardless, this is the PlayStation side of the podcast. Be sure to check in for. I'm going to put a totally separate podcast up for the Xbox side. But
Got you.
yeah, with that being said, we'll see Loquito here in a couple minutes, and I hope you guys tune in for that as well. But guys, please leave a like if you did, comment if you want, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, check in the description below for Mr. Loquito's channel as well as his Twitter. Check out his Twitter for his Instagram. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good job, Atlas.